Hi everyone! Today's flow is perfect to add to your daily routine. It's well-rounded, focusing on both strength and flexibility, and it's just a great way to start off your day with some movement. So let's all meet in a child's pose, with the knees wide and the arms stretched out long. Take a big breath in, and a big breath out. One more time to inhale, and exhale. Then with your next inhale, stay in this position, but lift up on the fingertips so that your elbows lift slightly off of the mat. Then exhale to lower the elbows back down. And reach your arms over to the right for a gentle stretch in the left side body. Inhale back through center, and exhale over to the other side. Inhale back to center, and make your way into a tabletop position. So we'll do a couple of wrist warm-ups now. You have the option to tuck your toes as you gently start to circle back towards the feet and then forward over the wrists. And try to match your circles with your breathing. Now reverse your circle. Now let's flip the wrists and face the palms towards you. And you can stay here, or you can shift back towards your heels. Great. Now come back to tabletop, and let's try some rounds of cat-cow to wake up the spine. So inhale to dip your stomach down, and exhale as you round your back. And then continue moving like this, matching movement to breath. Now come back to neutral, and then tuck the toes if they weren't already. Lift your right leg up, bending at the knee, and just take a moment to steady yourself here. And then reach for your right foot with your left hand, keeping your gaze forward. Once you've caught your foot, push the foot into your hand and try to lift up as far as is comfortable for you. Exhale to release the foot, and then lift up the left leg this time. So again, take a breath to steady yourself, and then reach for your foot with your right hand. And if you're feeling unsteady, try focusing on something that's not moving in front of you. Exhale to release back to tabletop. And then sit onto your heels to shake out your wrists. Now make your way into a plank position. And then exhale to lift the hips into downward dog, but keep a generous bend in your knees. Inhale, look forward and shift into plank. And exhale back to downward dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing. And one more time forward. And then exhale to shift back to downward dog. Maybe pedal out your legs while you're here. Now inhale to lift your right leg up. And then exhale as you step it forward into a low lunge. So lower your back leg down and place your hands on your right knee, shifting your hips forward and down. Exhale to straighten the front leg and then shift back into half splits. And you can place your hands on some blocks if you have them with you. Now inhale as you shift forward, placing both hands on the inside of your foot for lizard. Now you have the option to stay here, or you can reach your right arm back. If you'd like to add on to that, you can bend your back knee and try to grab your foot with your hand to pull it in towards you. Exhale to release, and then reach your right arm up to the sky and twist your back foot down to come into a side plank. And if you want more of a challenge, try to keep your right knee bent and lifting up. Push the ground away, keep your core engaged, and lift the hips away from the mat. Then lower your right arm down and into a plank. Inhale here and exhale as you slowly lower yourself down to the mat. Keep your hands under your shoulders and lift your chest slightly into a baby cobra. And then exhale back to a downward dog. Now inhale, lift your left leg up, and exhale to find a low lunge on the other side. So rest your hands on your knee and shift your hips forward. Then exhale to straighten the front leg and bend over it for half splits. Inhale to place both hands on the inside of your foot for lizard. And then again, you have the option to reach your left arm back and maybe grab onto your back foot if you did so on the other side. Exhale to release, and lift your left arm up to the sky, and then twist your back foot down to find side plank. Again, you can try to keep your left knee up as you push the ground away. And then lower your arm to find plank. Take a breath in, and then exhale as you flow through Chaturanga. Inhale into upward dog, and exhale back to a downward dog. And then just take a breath here. Now inhale to lift your right leg up, and exhale into a crescent lunge. Lift your arms overhead and check that you can see your big toe over your knee. And if you can't, try to lengthen your stance. Then inhale as you twist open to the right. Hold here and remember to focus on your breath if things get challenging. Inhale back to a crescent lunge, and then straighten your front leg. Now exhale to bend the front leg and lean the upper body forward as you bring your arms down by your side. Inhale to lift the arms and straighten the leg. Exhale to fold. And do 3 more of these at your own pace. Now come back to a crescent lunge for a breath. And then step forward into a chair position. Take a breath in. And then fold forward on your breath out. Now step back into plank. And exhale to take Chaturanga. Inhale into upward dog. And then stay here for an extra breath. Twist to look over your right shoulder, and then switch to look over the left. And then lift the hips up into your downward dog. Now inhale as you lift your left leg up, and exhale into a crescent lunge. Inhale to find open twist. Then inhale back to a crescent lunge. And now straighten the front leg. Exhale to bend the front leg and lean forward. Inhale to lift. Exhale, fold. And keep it going a couple more times. Then back to crescent lunge for a breath. And then step forward into a chair position. Take an inhale here. And then exhale to fold forward. Step back into a plank, and then take your vinyasa. Now take a breath in your downward dog. And then shift forward into plank and lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Bring your forearms parallel to the sides of your mat, and then press your shoulder blades down your back for Sphinx pose. And if you'd like to take it a little bit further, you can press into your hands for seal. And then from here, find your way back to a child's pose. On your next exhale, press back to a downward dog. Inhale to lift your right leg up and bend at the knee to open up the hips. Exhale to bring your knee to your wrist for pigeon. And lift up on your fingertips, and you can even bend the back knee and reach for it with your left hand if that feels comfortable for you. Release your foot if you had it held, and then melt forward, coming onto your forearms or lowering your forehead all the way down to the mat. Inhale to come back up and slowly make your way back to a downward dog. Pedal out your legs and then lift the left leg up, bending at the knee. Exhale into pigeon. And inhale up on the fingertips with the option to gently reach for your back leg with your right hand. Then release your back leg and lower yourself down into sleeping pigeon. Inhale to lift up and find your way back to a downward dog. Inhale to look forward and then step the feet up to the edges of your mat. Keep your hands on the mat as you lower your hips down for Malasana, trying to keep a straight spine. Then exhale back into a fold. And inhale into Malasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Malasana. One more exhale, fold. And then inhale to stay in Malasana. Bring your hands to heart center and roll out the wrists. And then sit down on the mat and lower down to your back, keeping your knees bent. Bring your heels close to your fingertips. And then lift the hips up into bridge. Now keep the hips lifted as you lift your arms up and rest them by your ears. Then exhale to lower the hips. And inhale to lower your arms back to your sides. Exhale, lift the hips. And inhale to lift the arms. Exhale, lower the hips. And inhale, lower the arms. Exhale into bridge. Inhale, lift the arms. And then exhale, lower. And inhale to release the arms back to your sides. Now keep the feet as they are, but let the knees rest against each other for a moment. Reach the arms and the legs out long. Inhale here. And then exhale as you roll yourself forward, finding a seated forward fold. Inhale to roll yourself up. And then place your right foot onto your thigh for a seated tree. Inhale to lift the arms up. And exhale to fold forward over your left leg. Inhale up and place your right hand behind you. Then inhale as you lift your hips and stretch your left arm overhead. Exhale to lower and switch the position of your legs so that your left foot is now resting on your right leg. Inhale to lift your arms and exhale as you fold. Inhale back up and place your left hand behind you to lift your hips up. Exhale to lower back down and make your way onto your back. Then hug the knees into your chest and bring them over to the right for a supine twist. So bring your left arm out to the side and gaze over your left shoulder if it's comfortable on your neck. Inhale back through center. and supine twist over to the other side. Inhale to bring your knees back through center for one last squeeze. And then come into Shavasana with the option to bring your legs into a butterfly position and rest your hands on your chest and stomach. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And take a couple of minutes to relax here and soak in the practice. Thank you for joining me on the mat today. Please stay in Shavasana as long as you can, and I'll see you in the next video. Namaste.